Hello everybody, my name's Skalookle and we're back for part 2 of Goatia. Now, where we left it last time, we just finished speaking to a demon, as it turns out, who's trapped in the house, which suggests from one of the other things we've seen there's about 4 or 5 sigils, which means there could possibly be between 4 and 5 demons trapped together, which, have a look on the map, this is what we've discovered so far, and we've got the lines showing where we cannot cross, because as we're a ghost. So let's see what we can discover. Okay, so I can go in that door, I can pass through this wall. The seat was of course Father's armchair. The silver medallion holds the portrait of a dour-looking man with sharp eyes. This ruined tower reminds me of one of the villagers we're talking about in the woods in the estate. There's dear Mrs. Ward, the housekeeper, and she has her keys even in this painting. Edward Hodgkin, 1940, 10 years old. Interesting. I will never know the taste of this wine. Alexander Hodgkin, August 1939, 28 years old. Annie Hodgkin, November 1940. Annie Hodgkin. Annie, as a grown-up. I still recognise her though. Gabrielle Hodgkin, 31 years old, 1939. Robert Hodgkin, 1940, 14 years old. These glasses are still half full, as if people left in a hurry. This dumbwaiter is connected to the kitchen in the basement. There's nothing in there yet. Okay, so I'm in this room, am I? Alrighty. What's the skull? That's that. Okay, so if I keep going, as I'm going through this one, here we are. This wardrobe is not really my style. It's a little notebook. Some of its pages have been torn away. Perhaps they're still around here somewhere. Okay. I can possess it as well. This bronze statue is superb. Is it an eagle or a falcon? Details count. Four wooden spheres ornated the front of this box. A word is written on each, an original ornament for such a box. Dots. So we got, what is it, D E J A O V E L T O T H M O. Put it back how it was for now. Let's go through the door. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Oh. Got a feeling there's something back up there. It's up here. No, I can't get up there. Okay. So that is warded there. So I'm going to go through there, down. Alright then. Let's do that then. I'm in this room, so I should be able to go. If I drop that, there we go. Okay. So let's put these together. My young brother, it's been a while since I haven't put your keen mind to the test. How would you feel about a paper chase? First clue, chariot. Happy hunting. Smoked garlic. I used to love that smell, but the memory is fading. The dumbwaiter, needless to say. These plates haven't properly been washed. The meals weren't finished either. There's a sheet of paper on the wall, but why is it blank? That is odd. There's no food on these shelves. No one planned on settling in here. Something's prevented me from going any further. It must have something to do with those strange metal sheets bolted to the wall. There's a combination lock on the door. Okay, interesting. Okay. So, I'm there. Nice. It's got to be something to do with this then. Oh, it's a doom. Jets, gems, nothing has wrong with gems, dims. Oh, okay, cool. So I've got a map of the whole place, and it's telling me something odd with this. A sealed room next to the kitchen. I was unaware of it. I'd like to take a look. Interesting. So, yeah, that's all of that. So I need to go to the basement then, don't I? Down here. A gigantic raven, demonic sigils, and now a bright orb that can levitate. I feel strangely drawn to this shape. Maybe I can learn something from it. Abigail has now ETC traces of details about the history of the most recent owner of the item. Possess an item and explore it for a moment to see if something else is highlighted. The last actions of the living might help you in your quest. The old front door. I wonder where the other panel is. This looks like a piece of makeshift furniture out of wine crates. Interesting. And it's impossible to guess what it is. So now I should be able to possess that book and then find out what's going on with it. Is anything else highlighted? Let's have a look then. Anything highlighted? Send that down there. Anything else highlighted? Nope. Alrighty then. reads the eldest's birth. Okay. Interesting. So 1939. 1939. So it looks like 1939 then, doesn't it? Nine. Okay, here we go. I can't say I'm disappointed, but this is not what I expected. Where do those lights come from? A must stand for Alexandra, I suppose. E for Edward, G for Gabriel, and R for Robert. My dear Alexandra, I know you disapprove of all of this, and have made that perfectly clear these past few days. Forgive me, my dear child, but I must see this to the end. Our family has suffered too much. I hope you'll find it in your heart. I hope you'll find it in you to forgive me for what I did, wherever you are now. I'm sure you're happy where you are now. Your loving mother, Annie. Annie, my God, what happened here? What have you done? I don't understand all these sigils, these messages, these experiences. And this silence. I can't stand to be alone here. What happened to the Blackwoods? And why did I wake up? Where is Annie? This is a nightmare. Father? Mother? Please, I'm begging you, come back. Help me. Came from the hall. Okay. Crockery broken. It didn't fall by itself. Oh, there's something on this shelf. Something hexagonal, just like on the pedals outside the manor. I should try taking it there. Okay, interesting. This door's locked. Okay then. I'm gonna get it there. Okay guys, so I'm trying to see if I can fit this, go all the way up around the house, because I can't fit it through anywhere else, and it doesn't look like I can. Yeah, because I've got this hexagonal sigil, so I can now put that in at the front of the house on the pedestal. But I need to find a way to get this out of the house. Okay. Interesting. So there's a hole in the wall. Where are we going? This is very elaborate for a hole in the wall. The opening closed behind me. The manor seems a little more alive than I'd like. Yes, quite. There we go. It fits perfectly. Let's go down the elaborate hole that it's made. There's a good idea. Not. Would someone... What would someone be hiding amongst these coffins? I'd like to leave this place as soon as I can. A key, of course. Now let's find the lock that opens it. It belongs to Mrs. Ward, as I suspect. Okay. And that should fit through the hole in the upstairs, in the hallway. So if that does, just open some furniture item. Okay. Got up here, through here, down. I will let the chariot alone today. Oh, so that's what they were talking about with chariot. The harness was brought with his own hands. Ben Hur got the horse with his own. So now I've got to find the horse. Okay. Yeah, that fits through that hole in the floor. Now I'm in the house with the key. Good. Now I've got to find out where this key will fit. Maybe it's that bookshelf that I couldn't open. This one. Yes. There we go. Let's have a look at the book. Malphas. Opposite sigil is banishment. It's that one. Okay, interesting. Well, well, that's quite the discovery, young lady. Do remember this sigil. Try to memorise its every relief. This will be crucial when you try to chase me out of these walls. Awesome. So now I can get to everywhere that I originally couldn't. It's a hat on a bearded guy. Those 4 billies bearing initials are some sort of tribute to Annie's sons. This whole place is imbued with some unknown kind of magic. It must have something to do with my quest, but for now I must focus on freeing Malphas and the others to reach the upper floors and find Annie's trail. Okay. So I can now get to the upper floors. No idea what that is though. It looks like a man in a Santa hat. sure it will come to light. Okay, so I should be able to just go straight up now. Yeah. Brilliant. I never doubted you. Remember, you must memorise each opposite sigil and the method to activate them. You'll do that in remembrance of me, won't you? Father might have some particular taste in decorating, but you wouldn't have decapitated these statues. This is more like how I imagined ghosts before, that is. This screwdriver's in good condition. A tool like this is always useful to keep around. Damn straight. So I'm here. Let's just put that back for a minute. I remember a wardrobe, but this looks more like a confessional. Did someone put this here while waiting to replace it? It's strewn with scattered trinkets. Annie, just like in my memories, where are you hiding? There's a note hidden in the frame. In remembrance of our discoveries and of hard-working, sleepless nights, this forest will miss you. Anton. Anton, the name doesn't ring a bell, but he might have some answers for me. The woods are behind the manor. I should follow this lead. Where could these plants have come from? The greenhouse? But that's 2 floors above here. Okay, well, before I do anything about going into the garden, let's go this way. Okay. The same knickknacks left to rot. Just like everywhere else, nothing particularly illuminating. So I'm here. Okay. Mother and father entertained their guests around this billiard table. I wasn't invited, of course, but my room is located just behind this wall. I spent hours listening to them. A photograph that's seen better days. I can't make anything out. Someone was apparently too small to achieve their goal. I left the same trace here. I need a tool to open this panel. There we go. That's where the screwdriver comes in. Mother and father, yes. My dearest son, I am saddened to have fallen so low in your esteem. Your little plot is not a hard one to notice. The notes you stole are important, true, but I don't need them anymore. I suppose you hid them in your flat in the village. Or that you gave them to that Stanford girl. May they teach you something. We'll have the opportunity to talk to you about your misdeed. You can be sure of it. I'm sure I'll find some answers in Oakmarsh village. It's not far from the manor. Oakmarsh is now available. Wise Men's Quartet. I'm not sure. Is it Paimon? Assuming there's some wisdom in that demon. Annie must be protecting something. I have to cross these walls to find answers. Right. Okay. Through this one. Through this one. Straight up. I can go in that one. By the looks of it. I read most of these novels, but I don't remember them. I don't like these patterns. It does go on a bit. Empty, of course. A photograph, or what's left of it at least. I really like this. I can make out a farm, or is it a cottage? Okay. Interesting. Let's just put that down for a minute. Okay. That looks useful. What's in here? Right, okay. Notes written in a hurry. Things to try. Is the photographer the only one who can cast the spell? Is the soul bound? What projection for the photographed landscape? Copied memory and existence? Additional questions. What is the link with the human branch of the Goatia? If one can enter and leave a photograph, is the same true of an object? What about soul protection? Returning to one's body. Need to study this with Mother. Is the photograph a gateway to an existing place? Does the spell create a new place? Need to test with a montage. If a new autonomous, immutable universe is created, the implications are unimaginable. In and out of a picture, an autonomous and unalterable universe. I was expecting a guide on developing photos, but this doesn't make any sense. I don't like this. This room might have a few more secrets to learn, but I'd rather not stay here any longer than I have to. Some containers, blank paper, a few failed photographs. How I'd love to use these things. Nothing interesting. Don't know what they are. I don't see any paintings of this room, only photographs. These pictures must be important, or they wouldn't be framed. A few vials, some clothes and clean linen. These must be quite harmless at least. Okay, so that is the broken photo, so I need to go get that. Let's go get that then. Place that there. Let's have a look. Going into the picture. What on earth has happened? I don't see any colours anymore. It's all black and white, like in a photograph. It doesn't make any sense. I remember the cottage from the photograph. How strange. It seems I can enter it even though the picture doesn't show the inside. This is unreal. I can sense every detail of these clothes. This place is making me see things, sending my senses into disarray. It's driving me mad. Okay. Gabriel Hodgkin. Mother's work inspired me to undertake an insane project which had obsessed me day and night, and today, at long last, I decided to begin. I've already gathered all the materials I need, and took all the necessary precautions. I was afraid of how Mother would react when she found out, but her support has been as unfailing as always. According to her, my work and her research could benefit from each other, and I agree. I can't wait. A few years ago, I would have laughed at myself. Today, however, even if it seems mad, I know that some sort of immortality can be achieved. It is possible as long as one can project one's soul into an artifact, be it natural or artificial. That being said, I would not recommend using a natural artifact. The scant information we could gather suggests that the risk is too great. The results so far are unconvincing, but each day proves to us that Anton and Mother are not far from their goal. Now that's some Inception kind of shit there. Going in a picture, in a picture. First of all, it's advisable to delve as deep as possible into the artifact, the subject. One should go pace by pace from oneself to the subject, cautiously, as if with a flight of stairs. Request, approach, invitation, possession. The idea seems straightforward, but first the steps always leave me in a persistent, semi-conscious state for a few minutes after the attempt, and breaking the frail connection between the projection and myself is not recommended. To maintain this connection, one can use rituals. The most formidable ordeal is the invitation. More precisely, the exact moment the subject accepts my projection and opens the door leading into itself. I gradually lose consciousness of myself and a new world opens. However, this short moment when both universes coexist is a painful and distressing one. Finally, the possession is the decisive step. A sigil drawn on both hands can strengthen the connection. Okay. Into some weird ass shit. My dear parents, we've been left here without orders for almost a month. There isn't a living soul in St. Margaret's. Those who survived the bombings fled the area. Nonetheless, there's still been no word from either Winnie or Pooh for several weeks now. Each hour we spend watching the guns that resonate in vain, at once both reassuring and frightening. The weight and uncertainty are wearing us out. Despite the bloodshed, we are glad to be able to respond in kind on this side of the sea. Still, I won't complain, for that is for what it's worth. In this measly silence, this uneasy silence that hangs over us now, I can enjoy the sweet music of the words. I write for you now. Da -da -da. Oh, bloody hell. Right, where were we? I'm assuming you've got to play the music using the sheet. I've never played sheet music in my life. So... ta-da! I made music. Right. Okay. Quickest way is going to teleport to there. Let's go find this dude. Elizabeth Blackwood. Neither gold nor gold. Neither gold nor marble shall my tomb adorn. Only in simple wood shall my prayers be borne, resounding ever on in my arrogant shrine of bone, across the dead roots venerated by worms alone. Cover not my tomb with stone, dear friend. Leave this fading corpse to its natural end. Oh. Lester Blackwood, 1812 to 1896. Martha Blackwood, 1813 to 1890. My grandparents. I never knew my grandmother, and I don't have any memories of grandfather. William Blackwood, 1778 to 1832. My great-grandfather, I suppose. Let's keep going then. Into the woods. These ruins were the starting point of our adventures in the forest. If I remember correctly, I helped Annie to hide the box around here. Right, guys, so I'm going to leave this one here today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking of it. Any theories about what's going on with everything. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!